Hey guys, it's Yvette. It's the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. I just wanted to come on and give you guys like a quick review and like a show and tell sort of a thing. I have a friend that I made on Instagram, and I have been friends with her on Instagram for like years now. I mean, not like tens of years, but it's been at least like 3 or 4 years, because her swaps were some of the first ones that I did, and I don't think she does swaps anymore, but it was always like super fun. Her name is Amista Baker, and I hope I'm saying her name right because I've never actually met her in person, so I've never had to like say her name out loud. But she has this new Etsy shop, or pretty new anyway, and it's called Beegloss, Beegloss. And what it is she and her husband are making thread conditioner. And if you hand sew either cross-stitching or embroidery or anything like that, then you should be familiar with thread conditioner, and if you're not, then you really should be. So what's going on right now is I'm trying to hurry up and get this this review up, because she asked me to do this, you guys, like, I don't know, 2 months ago or something ridiculous. Like, there is absolutely something wrong with me. I need, like, I know I've been saying forever that I need to get my my planner going and all of this and make sure that I'm getting all my stuff done. I totally need to do that, because I promised her like months ago and I feel so terrible. But here's the thing. She did send me a sample, and just like this, and you can order it in her Etsy shop. And right now, now until I think it's tomorrow at midnight, which is Friday, July 5th, you can pre-order some Beegloss and get $1 off. Hello, that's awesome. So I'm going to definitely give you guys that link, and so you can go. Here is her card, and like I said, hopefully I'm saying her name right. And here is what you would get. This is the Beegloss, and that's the name of her company. And the really cool thing about this is you don't want to get an extremely large package of thread conditioner. Now, this is just my opinion, and it's because I just find that it'll tend to sometimes get like hardened and stuff like that. Now, there's ways that you can fix that, because it's all natural. Hers is made from beeswax and coconut oil, so, and they don't add anything to it, so there's no extra scents or anything like that. The only thing you're going to smell is the coconut oil and beeswax, which barely has a smell really. So it's very, very light scent, and this is exactly what it's going to look like when you get it. So like I said, right now until tomorrow at midnight, and she did say whether it was like Central or Eastern or something like that. I will definitely find that out and tell you. But you get $1 off, and you're gonna pre-order it. So she's gonna have something on her shop that will sort of give you an idea of when everything is gonna ship. But that's like a super great deal, so I thought, you know what, I better get on, make this video so you guys can jump on that, because that's super awesome. Okay, so yes, I am going to head over to my work table, and I'm going to show you how this works so that there's no question. I'm starting a cross-stitch project, and I'm doing this. It's going to take me 18 years to finish it, because I never have time to cross-stitch, which is another reason why I'm so behind on doing this. Because cross-stitching, while it's super lovely and I love doing it, it's time consuming. So, you know, that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm going to be making this, but I'm going to go over and I'm going to show you how I use it and why you should use it. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back with my pattern and I've got it laid out. Now what I do with my Ida cloth, that's what it's called. I say Ida, A-I-D-A. Maybe it's Ada cloth. Not not really sure, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about, this stuff here. And then I use fray check to put around the edges so that, you know, so it doesn't fray. So after you do that, then you're ready to sort of start. I just sort of press it out a little bit because it's kind of wrinkled when you first get it. And I personally like to start like pretty much in the middle. So I'm just going to do this little line right here. And they do give you a needle with it. I prefer a longer one, so I'll probably exchange it for something different after I make this video. But for now, this is fine. And this first color here is this number 12 on my thing there. So, and I love this little thing that they give you. This is really cool. I've never gotten one of these before. This is neat. Okay, so I'm going to undo it. You don't want to take a very long piece. You want to like keep it kind of short so that, so that it doesn't get like really frayed and stuff. Although I have to say that with using a thread conditioner, you don't have to worry so much. Now I know that most patterns call for 2 strands. And this DMC thread comes as 6 strands. But personally, I always take at least 3. So I do half of the strands. Let's see if I can get this done. And you can see how it is now. So now what you do is if you kind of hold it there and pull, it will come apart. And it'll, you know, you might get something like that, but there you go. It's all set. And now as you see it, these 3 strands, let me try to put my hand here so it'll focus on that. These 3 strands will be sort of separated, and they're, you know, they have a tendency to sort of fray as you use them and as you're pulling them through your fabric. So all you need to do is, and I usually do it before I thread the needle because conditioning the thread also helps to thread the needle. That's my opinion. You can use a needle threader and that's fine. That would work too. But I'm going to show you what I do. Okay. So you just take the gloss and I will start like from the middle. You just set it right down, hold it with your thumb and pull it through. And then from where you just conditioned, you can put it down, hold it with your thumb and pull it through. And sometimes with 3, I might pull it through a couple of times. It's not going to do anything. Like I said, this is all natural. It's just beeswax and coconut oil. That's all it is. And as you can see, the threads are now going to stay together as one pretty much, and your ends especially are going to be nice and smooth instead of you know, sort of like a fraying sort of look. So I don't know if I can do this on camera because my eyeballs are bad enough. Let's see how I can do this. It's a pretty thin eye, so I'm not sure I'll be able to do it. This is definitely not the kind of needle that I use personally. Oops, I'm moving over. I usually try to get one with a bigger eye. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about if you do any sort of embroidery or cross stitch. But you can see though, well, if I put the camera in the right place. It's because I keep trying to move it to get it in a good spot. Well, you can see how it's better. Let me go and see if I can get a needle that I normally use, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and actually I just went ahead and did it off camera and got the needle threaded, because it's not that I couldn't do it. It's just I was having a hard time doing it behind the camera, which was a little crazy. So, all right, so let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I want 10 in a row. Oops, I'm so sorry, guys. I just bumped you. Now I have a small thing that I put the the cloth in. Oh my goodness. I feel like, you guys know, I keep saying I'm forgetting words. I'm totally forgetting words. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start. I'm slightly above the line and to the left, because I'm going to put 10 sort of in the middle, and it doesn't have to be like perfect. I mean, yeah. So what I do is I'll pull it through. If you turn it over, you just need to hold it to the side so that when you're making your stitches, you'll stitch over it, right? Okay, so this is very difficult to do on camera whenever I don't have my little guy to hold it better. So I'm just going to sort of do this just to kind of get a little bit of a start. Okay, so I always start top right and then go to bottom left, and I make as many stitches across as I need, and then I go back the other way. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean in like real eyeball so that you don't have to know what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to do the best I can, guys. This is very difficult when you don't have the proper setup, which I never do, as usual. All right, so I'm going to put that there, and then I don't even know what y'all are seeing. There we go. I'm going to do the next hole. Can you see I went right next to it? Once I have it caught in the back, see, and it's coming up and back. Okay, I got to pull that out. So that looks terrible. All right, let's start again. And believe me, it's not hard. Cross stitch is so easy. I mean, basically, it's just, you just have to know how to count and pull a needle up and back. I mean, really, that's it. I'm trying to make sure I lay that flat as I go. And also, as you make more stitches, you can always sew right over the thread in the back, which just holds it down. Okay, I'm obviously going to have to practice. If I'm going to make any more videos with cross stitch, I'm going to have to practice using the camera. Do you guys hear Jelly Bean wanting to go out? I had to close the door because Jim's watching something on TV, and I didn't want you guys to hear that over me. All right, so I'm at 5. Jelly Bean. Mommy's only going to be here like another few minutes. Okay. I'm going to have to count in a minute because I didn't keep counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is number 9. And 10. Okay, so now that I've got the 10, I've gone that way, and now I'm just going to go top left to bottom right to just finish those X's. Jelly Bean, you're being so patient, baby. And I mean, the thing is, if you were to do this without a conditioned thread, and then you do it with, I mean, I'm telling you, if you did, you would see exactly what I'm talking about, because normally, if you don't use it, you'll have, you know, the threads sort of separate. And, you know, especially if you tend to, some people like using a longer thread, okay? And so if you're going to use a longer thread, you definitely want to condition it, because the more that it passes through the fabric, the more chances that you will get some fraying. and the fact that this product is like all natural, I totally love it. And I love cross stitching. Like, to me, if I had the time, guys, I would do a lot more cross stitching because it's very relaxing and I truly enjoy it. And this is also good, like if you do any sort of handwork, if you are going to be sewing hexies together, anything with handwork, you'll find that this is just, it just turns out so much nicer, and it's very, very smooth. So anyway, like I said, it's a wonderful product. She's got some great stuff here, and just want to make sure you close it up anytime you're using it when you're done. And here is, oops, there's her bee gloss by Amista Baker, and it is a nice thread conditioner. Like I said, $1 off until tomorrow night. So I'm going to put all that detail right down here on the video so that you can, oh, and also go down into the comments, because I will put a link there so you can just click on it and go straight to her site. And you guys go and follow her on Instagram. And if she also has a Facebook account, I will link you to that too, so that you can follow her everywhere. It's really great. So you guys go and visit, and have a happy 4th of July. And I'll be back in the next video. Bye.